If you're a vehicle technician or looking to get into diagnostics, this is the video for you. I'm going to explain diagnostics and exactly what it can do for you. Diagnostics is connecting to the vehicle and gathering evidence. The technician then has to make a decision on how to continue with the repair. It's a bit like going to the doctor, telling them what's wrong, they have a think about it with their knowledge, and they come back with a diagnosis for you. Basic OBD is useful, but it really is only emissions-based information. Can we go further? Yes, we can. In all diagnostic modes, we can read fault codes, we can erase fault codes, and we can also look at live data. When we go and connect to the vehicle as a specific make and model, we can do further actions. We can activate components to see whether they function, and we can also code and adapt individual systems. If we connect to the vehicle using specific make and model, we can do other operations like activations where we can turn a component on and see whether it functions. We can also then do coding and adaptions where we can change settings in the software and tell the vehicle what actions we've done and what repairs we've done. With all of that said, the best way to get diagnostic coverage is with, of course, the OEM tool. If we have that set up, we can do absolutely everything that the OEM can do. No ifs, no buts, no maybes. All our fault code descriptions are accurate. Our live data is correct. Our coding and programming is all going to function as it should. When it comes to diagnostics, we could just have OBD, which, as I said, is emissions-based related. We can then move on from that to multi-brand coverage aftermarket tools, where we can get to a certain level. But of course, the best way to go is OEM. That gives us full coverage of the vehicle, correct fault code descriptions, correct live data, and of course, when we do any coding and programming, we know it's going to be correct. So that means OEM is exactly what the dealer does. Everything they can do, you can do in your aftermarket workshop. Of course, if you want to purchase any of these OEM tools, please visit the Maverick Diagnostics website. The link is in the description. Back to diagnostics. If we're going to talk about the process, we need to talk about what we call the diagnostic circle. You begin with interrogating the customer, ask them questions, gather evidence, then recreate the fault, then plug in, read your fault codes, confirm your fault codes though. A decent technician never fits a part based only on a fault code. We should look at live data, qualify the fault. Is it showing the wrong information within the numbers? To qualifying the fault even further if you want to, using another method of testing such as an oscilloscope. Once you've confirmed the fault is 100% present, activate the repair, fit the part, code in and reset if necessary. Then you can confidently road test, prove the fault is absent and return to the customer. If you follow these steps, you will have a great customer base and repeat business. Lastly, let's just cover a few terms you may have heard, such as secure gateway. What's that? That is the manufacturers protecting their vehicles from unauthorized access. In order to do even a fault code clear, you will need secure gateway access on a lot of vehicles. Aftermarket tools, some of them will handle it, some of them won't handle it too well. Obviously, if you go OEM, not an issue, that's always covered for you. Now you know how diagnostics work, the next step is to choose the right tool for your business. We've included our top 10 recommendations in a video here.